Well, hello there, design champions. Welcome to Making Design Stuff with your host, the very calm Zimri Mayfield. Let's get started.
Hello, gorgeous.
I'm wearing a hat today because all the greatest designers wear hats. Have you ever seen Aaron Draplin without a hat? I don't think so. Today we have a real client named Brian. He works for a medical communication company called Medical Communication Company, or MC2 for short. Now, since this is a real client, what I usually do is I create 3 logo directions, initial directions, of which Brian and his team will choose which they prefer over the others. And then after which they've chosen, there's included maybe 2 or 3 rounds of revisions so that we can get this logo, something that everybody loves. Today, that's the only project I'm gonna do, and we're gonna try to put some real good effort into this one. We'll see how it goes. My first step will be, I'm actually going to sketch some ideas. I don't always do this, but I think I want to try it this time. Then after that, I'll choose the 3 best options. I'll put them into Illustrator and see what we can work with from there. Okay, and then finally, I'm gonna ask you guys to fill out the poll to see which logo direction you guys prefer. So let's get started with the sketching. Oh, okay, this is cute. Let me know if it's okay that we're looking at things from the side. I think in the future I could figure out a way to put the camera above or some way so that it's more straight whenever I do drawings, but maybe it's not that important. I started working on a negative space one, and then just a bunch of other ideas. I wanted to get like 8 to 10 not really good ideas, but this is the scan that I came up with afterward. And I used an app a couple of you guys suggested, Cam Scanner. I think it's really good. It's really great. So that's how I scanned it into the computer. The first logo I wanted to work on was a little cutout between C and 2 that would be a medical heart. In order to make the cutout work, I had to get kind of a thick font. And then this took a lot of fandangling. If you don't know what fandangling means, it just means manipulating things. You can fandangle a situation, you can fandangle people, but most of all, you can fandangle designs into how you want it to be. It took me quite a while to get this C and 2 correct. In fact, this probably took the longest. This first logo option definitely took longer than the other ones. But I think eventually I got to a point that was okay by actually making a box, making them all square, and then rounding the corners so that they'd all be better. Then I wasn't sure if the cross between the C and 2 was working, so I tested a couple ideas with one between the M and the C. Oh, this is an interesting idea I had. So doctors are kind of notorious for having bad and quick scribble handwriting. So I thought it might be fun to have like a signature line that could be almost like a doctor's signature, MC2. So that's what I did for that one. And I actually moved on to the signature one just to get my mind off the negative space one so that if I came back, I could think of a better idea. And at this point, I was pretty satisfied with it, I think. And there was, so far there's no color direction, so I just went with a red and black, kind of strong. And now this is idea number 3, I think. This one is based on a couple things, actually. I thought by putting the 2 in a square, we could do several things. Number 1, this option, I'm putting like 2 dots in the corner to represent 2 in Braille. I thought that would be a clever way to add another element of different forms of communication, because after all, they are a communication company. And the other idea was it's like a doctor's clipboard that they'll come in the room and see what the patient needs. That would be an interesting idea. And here I begin with option number, it's going to be option number 3, but it was like the 4th idea I tried.
I was really searching for something else because I didn't like the other sketches I made. I think most of the other sketches I started out with weren't as simple or professional or straightforward as I was going for. You know, a lot of the logos I make in the logo challenges are just experimental. I just try things. But when I want to make a better logo, I just try to keep it more simple. So I thought about, okay, what if we go away from MC2 and just go back to MCC? Just a simple way to put out the letters. And then I thought, well, we could pizzazz it up with a line or two going through. And by having different sections cut out of the letters, then some of the lines could look like they were going above the C's and below part of the M or something, and that would make a cool look for different levels. But I took that idea, and you can see on the right, there's a couple different versions, and one of them is like a lifeline coming together. So here are the 3 logo directions. Vote in the poll now. Which one's your fave, if you wouldn't mind? Okay, I hope you like at least one of them. And leave a comment below as to which one in the directions you like the most. And that would be great.
Okay, guys, so I finished with the first 3 initial directions for medical communication company. I hope Brian likes at least one of them. And please, I hope that you filled out the poll so that you can help me and Brian also figure out which one might be the best. Okay, thanks so much for being here. I really want to make a part 2 where after Brian and his team have chosen which one they prefer, then I'll document the changes to that and we'll see how it looks in the ultimate end. As always, thanks so much for watching and being here. You guys make my day every day. You're so great, and I hope that these videos are fun and a little bit helpful. So thank you so much for being here. I'll see you later, alligator, and stay awesome, possum. Bye, guys.